My beloved child. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There is a truth around you that no one has dared to say out loud, not your friends, not your close ones, and definitely not the person I'm about to reveal. You've felt it before, haven't you? That strange energy, that sudden silence when you enter a room, those eyes that look at you for just a second too long. This is not normal jealousy. No. This is something deeper, darker, and far more dangerous than anything you've ever experienced. And today, for the first time, you are about to understand who it is, and why. Listen carefully, because this didn't start today. It began the moment your life started shifting, when things slowly started going your way. You didn't notice it, but someone else did. Every small win of yours, every smile you had, every step forward, it was being watched. Not celebrated, not appreciated, but silently counted. And the more you grew, the more something inside them began to burn. This isn't the kind of jealousy you laugh off. This is the kind that waits, watches, and plans. Don't skip, because what comes next will connect everything you've been confused about. There's a reason why certain things in your life suddenly slowed down. Opportunities that almost came to you, but slipped away at the last second. Conversations that felt off. Trust that felt broken without any clear reason. You blamed luck, you blamed timing, but deep down, you knew something wasn't right. And you were correct. Because someone close, someone who knows your patterns, your habits, has been silently influencing the energy around you. Not directly, no, they're smarter than that. But their intentions, their silent wishes, have been louder than words. Stay till the end, because now it gets serious. This person isn't just jealous of what you have, they're jealous of who you are. Your confidence. Your aura, the way people naturally gravitate towards you. It bothers them more than you can imagine. They compare themselves to you every single day, and every single day, they feel like they're losing. And instead of improving themselves, they chose a different path. A silent rivalry, where you didn't even know there was a competition. And that's what makes it dangerous. Because you've been open, while they've been hidden. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There was a moment recently, think carefully. When someone asked you a question that felt a little too personal. Or when someone reacted in a way that didn't match the situation. That was not random. That was a glimpse, a crack in their mask. They slipped for a second, and you felt it. That uncomfortable feeling in your chest. That was your intuition trying to warn you. But you ignored it, because you didn't want to believe that someone so close could feel this way about you. Now listen very closely, because this part matters the most. This person smiles at you. Talks to you normally. Even supports you sometimes. But inside, there's a constant comparison running. They measure your success against their failures. And every time you rise, they feel like they're falling. It's not hate, not fully. It's something more complicated, a mix of admiration and resentment. And that combination is the most unpredictable of all. Because you never know when admiration turns into action. Stay till the end. Because the final piece is coming together. You've been wondering why certain people suddenly changed their behavior towards you, why some connections became distant, why some words reached others in a twisted way. It wasn't coincidence. It was influence. Subtle, invisible, but effective. And the source of that influence is closer than you think. Much closer. This isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up. Because once you see it clearly, everything will start making sense. And now, here's what you must understand. You are not weak in this situation. You are the reason this even exists. Your light, your growth, your presence, triggered something in them that they couldn't control. So don't shrink yourself. Don't dim your energy. But at the same time, don't ignore the signs anymore. Observe. Stay aware. And most importantly, trust what you feel. Because in the next part, I will reveal the exact sign, the one detail, that will expose this person completely. Don't skip, because once you hear it, you will never see them the same way again. You thought that was everything, but listen carefully now. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. What I'm about to reveal is the pattern, the exact behavior that exposes this person without them even realizing it. You've seen it before, but you never connected the dots. This person has a habit, a subtle one. Whenever something good happens to you, they don't react immediately. There's always a pause, a delay. Like their mind is calculating something before they respond. That tiny moment, that hesitation, is not normal. It's the moment their true feelings try to hide behind a fake reaction. And it gets deeper. Pay attention to how they respond to your success. They will never fully acknowledge it. Instead, they will either downplay it, or quickly change the topic. Sometimes they'll even bring up someone else, as if to balance the attention away from you. This is not coincidence. This is control. They don't want you to feel too confident, too seen, too powerful. Because the moment you realize your true worth, they lose their invisible grip over your life. Don't skip, because this next part will hit even harder. Think about the times you shared your plans with someone, something important, something you were excited about. And then suddenly, things didn't go as expected. Delays, confusion, unexpected obstacles. You thought it was bad timing. But what if it wasn't? What if every time you revealed your next move, it somehow lost its momentum? This person listens very carefully when you speak, not to support you, but to stay one step ahead. They gather information, quietly, patiently, and use it in ways you would never imagine. Stay till the end, because now the emotional truth is about to unfold. This person doesn't just feel jealous, they feel replaced. In their mind, you have taken a position they believed was theirs. Whether it's attention, respect, opportunities, or even emotional connection, they feel like you stepped into their space without asking. And instead of expressing it, they buried it. They let it grow silently, until it turned into something they can no longer control. That's why their energy feels heavy around you sometimes. That's why you feel drained without any clear reason. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is one more sign, and this one is impossible to fake. Watch how they behave when others praise you. Not when you're alone, but in front of people. Their expression changes for a split second. Their eyes lose that warmth. Their body becomes slightly stiff. It's quick, almost invisible, but it's real. And once you notice it, you won't be able to unsee it. That is the moment their mask cracks completely. Now here's where it becomes serious. This person doesn't want to lose you completely, because your presence benefits them in some way. Maybe it's social image, maybe it's emotional comfort, maybe it's something else. So they stay close. They play both sides. Supportive on the surface, competitive underneath. And that dual behavior creates confusion in your mind. You start questioning yourself instead of questioning them. And that's exactly how they maintain control. Stay till the end, because this final part will change how you see everything. You don't need to confront them. You don't need to expose them publicly. Your power is in awareness. Once you understand their pattern, their influence weakens automatically. Stop sharing everything. Keep your next moves silent. Protect your energy like it matters, because it does. And watch how things begin to shift in your favor again. And before you go further, pause for a second. If something in this message feels real to you, if you've experienced even one of these signs, then don't ignore it this time. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Let them see what you're starting to see. And if you're ready to uncover the final truth, the one detail that will confirm exactly who this person is, then stay with me. Because in the next part, everything will be revealed in a way you never expected. Don't skip, because once you hear it, there is no going back. You're closer to the truth now than you've ever been, but this is the part most people miss. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. What I'm about to reveal isn't loud, it isn't obvious, but once you hear it, everything will click instantly. This person reveals themselves not by what they do, but by what they don't do. When you're at your lowest, when you're silent, when you're struggling, watch them carefully. Their concern feels incomplete. Their support feels just enough to look real, but never enough to truly lift you. That's not coincidence. That's calculation. And here's the truth that hits hardest. This person doesn't want you to fall completely, no. They just don't want you to rise beyond them. There's a limit in their mind, an invisible line they've drawn for you. As long as you stay below it, they're comfortable. But the moment you cross it, the moment you shine too bright, their behavior shifts. Suddenly, they become distant, distracted, or strangely critical. Not openly, but in small, subtle ways that slowly chip away at your confidence. Don't skip, because the next detail will expose them completely. Think about the last time you felt truly happy, genuinely excited about something. Who was the first person you told? And more importantly, how did they react? Not their words, but their energy. Did it feel warm, or did it feel forced? Did they celebrate you, or did it feel like they were just going through the motions? Your answer to that question is the key. Because fake support always carries a weight to it. Something your heart can feel even when your mind tries to ignore it. Stay till the end, because now we're reaching the point of no return. There is a pattern in how this person communicates with others about you. They don't speak badly about you directly, that would be too obvious. Instead, they plant small doubts. Tiny questions. Subtle comments that make others see you differently without even realizing it. It's quiet, strategic, and incredibly effective. And that's why some people around you started behaving differently without any clear reason. The source wasn't visible, but the impact was real. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There's also something else, something even deeper. This person studies you. Not in an obvious way, but in silence. They know your triggers, your habits, your reactions. And sometimes, they use that knowledge to test you. They'll say something small, do something unexpected, just to see how you respond. Not because they care, but because they're trying to understand how far they can go without being noticed. And every time you ignore it, they go a little further. Now listen very carefully, because this is the moment everything becomes clear. The real sign, the one that confirms everything, is how you feel after spending time with them. Not during, but after. When you walk away, do you feel energized, or do you feel drained? Do you feel clear, or confused? That emotional shift, that heaviness you can't explain, is not random. It's your inner awareness picking up on something your eyes can't fully see yet. And once you recognize that pattern, the illusion breaks. Stay till the end, because the final realization is here. This person is not stronger than you. They are not more powerful than you. The only advantage they ever had was your unawareness. The moment you see them clearly, their influence fades. Their subtle control disappears. And suddenly, all those blocked paths, all those delayed opportunities, begin to open again. Not because they changed, but because you did. And now, take a breath and think. You already know who this person is. You felt it while listening. That one face, that one name, it came to your mind more than once. Don't ignore that. In the next part, I will show you exactly how to protect yourself without creating conflict, without drama, and without losing your peace. Don't skip. Because what comes next will give you the power they never wanted you to have. You've come this far, now this is where everything changes. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. This is not about fear anymore, this is about control. Not their control over you, but your control over yourself, your energy, and your future. Because once you understand how to move in silence, their entire influence starts collapsing without a single confrontation. First, stop explaining everything. This is where most people lose their power. You share your plans, your next moves, your excitement, thinking support will come. But now you know better. From this moment, your progress becomes private. Your wins become quiet. Your next step becomes invisible. Watch what happens when you do this. The same person who always seemed calm will start showing signs of restlessness. Why? Because they no longer have access. And without access, their ability to interfere disappears. Don't skip, because this next step is critical. Learn to respond, not react. This person feeds off your reactions. Your emotions, your explanations, your need to clarify yourself, all of it gives them more insight into you. But when you become calm, when you start giving neutral responses, when your energy becomes unreadable, something shifts. They begin to lose their grip. They can't predict you anymore. And unpredictability is something they cannot handle. Stay till the end, because this is where your strength multiplies. Start observing more than speaking. Notice the small changes in their tone, their timing, their behavior when you say less. You'll begin to see patterns even more clearly. And the more you observe, the more confident you become. Not in them, but in yourself. Because awareness builds a kind of quiet strength that doesn't need validation from anyone. Now listen carefully, because this is the turning point. You don't need to cut them off immediately. That's not always necessary. Distance doesn't always mean physical separation, sometimes it's energetic. You can be present, but unavailable. You can be kind, but not open. You can listen, but not reveal. And this balance, this silent boundary, is what protects you without creating chaos around you. Don't skip, because the next realization will shift everything inside you. There is a reason you were meant to see this now. Not earlier, not later, but now. Because you are stepping into a phase where your growth is about to accelerate. And this awareness, this clarity, is your protection. Without it, you would have continued in the same pattern, the same confusion, the same hidden interference. But now, you're different. Now, you see. Something huge is waiting for you. And here's the truth, once you start moving differently, opportunities will begin to align again. Conversations will feel clearer. Decisions will feel stronger. That constant confusion, that subtle heaviness, it will start fading away. Not because the world changed, but because your awareness removed what was blocking you all along. And before you move to the final part, pause for a moment. If this message opened your eyes even a little, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs this clarity. Let them protect themselves too. And if you want more insights like this, more truths that most people ignore, make sure you stay connected, stay aware, and stay ready. Because in the final part, I'm going to reveal the last and most powerful step, the one thing that will completely disconnect their influence from your life forever. Don't skip, stay till the end, because once you understand it, nothing will ever control you silently again. This is the final step, the one everything was leading to. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. You've identified the energy, you've seen the signs, you've understood the pattern. But now, you must do the one thing most people never do. You must detach, not physically, not dramatically, but internally. Because the real connection this person had with you was never outside. It was inside your reactions, your expectations, your openness. And once you take that back, everything changes. Here's the truth most people ignore. Their influence was never as strong as it felt. It only worked because you were accessible, emotionally, mentally, and energetically. You gave them a front row seat to your life without realizing it. But now, that door closes. Not with anger, not with confrontation, but with silence. A calm, controlled, intentional silence that they cannot break. Don't skip, because this next realization will shift your entire perspective. You don't need revenge. You don't need to prove anything. Because the moment you stop feeding their awareness with your life, they begin to lose their sense of control. And when they lose control, they expose themselves. You'll start noticing small changes. They may try to get closer again, ask more questions. Show sudden interest in your plans. Not because they care, but because they feel the distance you created. And that distance is your power. Stay till the end, because now comes the most important truth of all. You were never behind. You were never blocked. You were simply surrounded by unseen interference, subtle, quiet, but consistent. And now that it's gone, your path clears faster than you expect. Things that once felt difficult begin to flow. Decisions become easier. Opportunities appear at the right time. And for the first time in a long time, you feel in control again. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is one final practice, one simple habit, that will keep you protected from this forever. Move in silence, but grow loudly within. You don't need external validation for every step you take. Let your results speak when the time is right. Keep your circle small, your intentions pure, and your awareness sharp. Because not everyone who stands near you, stands with you. Now take a moment and reflect. Think about how different things already feel, just by understanding this. That confusion you once carried, it's starting to disappear. That doubt, that second guessing, it's losing its grip. And in its place, something stronger is forming. Clarity. And with clarity, comes power. Stay till the end, because this final realization is for you. You were never meant to shrink for anyone. You were never meant to dim your light to make others comfortable. The jealousy you faced was never a reflection of your weakness, it was a reaction to your strength. And now that you see it clearly, nothing about it can control you anymore. This is where it ends, and where you begin again. No fear. No confusion. No hidden influence. Just awareness, control, and growth. So move forward. Quietly, confidently, and without looking back. Because what's ahead of you now is untouched, unblocked, and completely yours. Don't skip, because this moment, right here, is where everything finally shifts in your favor. You thought it ended, but there is one last truth you were meant to hear. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. What you've learned so far has protected you, but this final layer will elevate you. Because awareness alone is powerful, but alignment makes you untouchable. Listen carefully, because this changes everything. The moment you stopped reacting, the moment you became silent, something else started happening in the background. Your energy began to return to you. The same focus that was scattered. The same emotions that were drained, they are now coming back, piece by piece. And when your energy returns, your clarity sharpens. You start seeing people, situations, and decisions with a precision you didn't have before. Don't skip, because this is where most people fall back into the same cycle. Sometimes, when you distance yourself, that person may try one last time. Not aggressively, but subtly. A message, a sudden act of kindness, a moment that feels genuine. And for a second, you may question everything again. Was it all in your head? Did you misunderstand them? But this is the test. Not of them, but of you. Because real awareness doesn't disappear with one soft moment. Stay till the end, because this next realization will lock everything in place. You don't have to hate them. You don't have to label them. You don't even have to fully understand them. All you need is to remember how you felt. Because feelings don't lie, especially the ones you tried to ignore. That quiet discomfort, that unexplained heaviness, that inner voice that kept whispering, "Something isn't right," that was your truth. Something huge is waiting for you. And here it is, your life was never meant to revolve around identifying hidden negativity. It was meant to expand, to grow, to move forward without constantly looking over your shoulder. This awareness was just a phase, a necessary one, to sharpen you. But now, it's time to shift your focus back to yourself. Your goals. Your growth. Your direction. Don't skip, because this is the final transformation. When you fully detach, not just from the person, but from the entire pattern, you become free. Free from overthinking. Free from second-guessing. Free from unseen influence. And in that freedom, you become powerful in a way that doesn't need validation, doesn't need explanation, and doesn't need approval. Stay till the end, because this closing truth is for you. The jealousy you experienced was never the main story. You were. Your growth was. Your journey was. And everything that tried to interfere only made you more aware, more focused, more prepared. So don't carry this forward as fear, carry it as strength. And now, move differently. Speak less, observe more, trust deeper. And act with certainty. Because from this moment, nothing hidden has power over you anymore. What's meant for you will come, what's not will fall away, and what remains will be real, clear, and aligned with your path. Don't skip, because this is where it truly ends. Not with a reveal, not with a confrontation, but with your transformation. And once you step into that, there is nothing left behind that can ever hold you back again.